Wise Guys Cooking is brought to you by Everson Spice. Here's Frankie.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in, and I've said to myself, this affair never gonna go so well. But why do I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I've got you under my skin. Sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice that comes in the night, how it yells, it repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. And each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. Because I've got you under my skin. Go! Give me two! I'm the trombone! Sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice that comes in the night, how it yells, it screams in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, go on, wake up to reality. Each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. Because I've got you under my skin, and it feels good under my skin.
Tonight we have got a great lineup for you, so stick around and we'll be right back after these short messages.
Hey folks, we've got our Wise Guys band leader here today, Tony Pomponio.
Hey.
How you doing, Tony?
Frank, how you doing? Doing good. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a hand for the Wise Guys, the band. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, I'm so happy to be here again, and I hope every week. I got to tell you a little story, though. As happy as I am, I'm a very lonely guy. I spend a lot of time in the class to learn to speak a little better English because, you know, in this country, you need to learn the language.
And I've been noticing that, too.
Thank you very much. I'm appreciated that. But I'm a lonely. You know, when I arrived over here, if you remember the story, I came with my Italian monkey, and he left me for some pignoli nuts in Italy. And now he's a gigolo, big famous guy. Then my poor wife, she come to see me down the stairs in the, the aisle down there, and she sleep on the paper, and boom, finito, dead. So I called my father Rocco one more time. And I said, Pa, I need somebody. He said, get a dog. I said, a dog? When I used to play in the L downstairs over there, the dog used to piss on my legs. I don't like these dogs. So I think about it. I said, you know, I need a fish. So I went to the store, and I go, nice big store, lots of fish. I found a beautiful Italian fish. They call it beta.
Beta fish.
Yeah, it's in a jar, you know,
Gotta
like
be.
a salsa.
Gotta be Italian.
So I bring it home. I put them in a nice pasta bowl, you know, beautiful, nice pasta bowl. And I put a few meatballs inside there for the rocks. And I put some trees, some fig trees and some grapevines, you know, looking good.
Yeah.
So I said, I love this fish so much, I got to give him a name. I name him Tony Soprano. My new best friend. I'm the happiest guy in the world. Salute! But I had a little problem. He didn't like the fish food. Because every morning I go over there, I go poo 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 poo, and he go poo 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 with his nose on the glass, and we say hello to each other, and I put a little bit of food inside there. He don't want to eat. I said, Manaj, what's going on over here? And I finally figured it out. This is an Italian fish. He needs some pecorino romano.
That'll do
So
it.
I went to the refrigerator. I got the little pecorino put inside there, and he looked at me. Boop, 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 boop. Happiest guy. He was happy. And he go like this. He like this. Then one day, it got my heart almost broke. I went inside the room, and I see Tony Soprano. He was like this. Not like this, but like this. On the side. And I said, Tony, what's the matter with you? I think he's sick. So I called the doctor. I said, hey, doctor, I got a sick fish over here. He said, I don't want help with the fish. You got to go to the fish store and buy the medicine. Hold on. So I got in the car. I went to the fish store, and I tell the guy, hey, my fish is sick. I need something for him. He goes, I got just the thing for you. He brings a nice bottle. Looks like a salsa, Larissa. And he said, this will make him feel better. I said, okay, how much? $19.99. $19.99? The fish was $4.99.
You could have bought more fish. Several.
Buy a new fish.
I cannot believe this. But you know what? I took it anyway. I put the medicine in there. Tony went from like this, the next day, back to normal. Poo, 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 poo. We say hello every day. So a couple of days went by, and it was a very sad morning. I look in the bowl, no like this, no like this. It was like this on the top. On the side. It turned maybe a little yellow. And I said, oh my God, something's wrong with my fish. So I called my best friend. By the way, my best friend, his name is Stu. He's a Jewish guy, Stu Gatz. Okay? Very nice guy. So he said, I'll help you. I'll come down. We're going to flush you down the toilet. I said, down the toilet? I cannot flush Tony Soprano down the toilet. Are you kidding me? So he come over. But I remember when he was on his way, I watched a movie with that Brad Oliver Pitt. Remember that, you know, the guy? Somebody shot him with the arrow in the ankle over there. And he died. I don't know how he died from that, but he died. And instead of putting him in the ground, they made a big, beautiful thing over there. They put him on top, and they light the match, and they burn him. It's like a cremation. So I think about it. I say, you know, Tony Soprano's not going to go in the toilet. I love this fish. I'm going to put him on the barbecue. I light the barbecue. Poof! There's Tony Soprano. I got him in the box.
You still kept him.
You can hear it. He's got a lot of little pieces in there.
Yeah.
And I still love this fish. He's going to be my best friend forever. So,
Oh my God.
so we invite everybody over to my place for a cremation, barbecue.
Barbecue. Oh.
And we're going to barbecue some bigger fish. And I invite everybody here to go with us to the barbecue to my house Saturday.
That's very nice, Tony. Well, listen, folks. Want to thank Tony for being here today and sharing that story.
Thank you, thank you.
We're going to take a short break.
Gracias.
We'll be right back.
I gotta get my luggage back. No reasonable offer refused. That's our promise here at J.R. Thomas Golf Cars. Our biggest blowout sale on all pre-owned vehicles. This is a limited time offer. Sale is over in 60 days. My father, Bobby Thomas, opened up electric car distributors in 1960. I joined him in 1977, where I was groomed to run and operate a trusted golf car business. Come in now for our big blowout sale here at J.R. Thomas Golf Cars in Rancho Mirage. As my father always said, take care of your customers or someone else will.
Well, we're back again, folks. You know, the line between crazy and ingenious is often a very thin line. Our guest tonight, Frank the Inventor Monteforti, often crosses that line. Let's welcome Frank.
I've been thinking about these ideas for years, actually. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Frank, why don't you show us what you've got?
Okay, you ready? There we go. You know, when I used to work selling office equipment in the office with all the boys, when we have a good day, we make a big sale, we want to celebrate. Okay, how do you celebrate? The stuff. So I invented a flask tie. See, a tie like this. And in the back, you take out your booze, you take a drink, you put it back, and you put it go in. And everybody loved it. I guess not. Anyway. And then we go, you know, mamas, they do a lot of work, hard work. Our mamas, they do all a lot of work. They cook, they sew, they do it with the bambinos and everything. Because in the old days, they just stay home, okay? But now, I invented the baby mop. And what it is, the baby, the bambino, okay? This is like a bambino, yeah, okay. So here's what we do. You know, every day the baby wants to go crawling, okay? So maybe this invention, we put a little mop on his chest as long as he go, and Mama said, hey, that's not bad, okay? It helps, don't you know? You know, he likes it anyway. Okay, that's good.
That's pretty good.
I have another one.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Oh, the best. I love this. My wife Angelina, God bless her. We're very romantic. I'm a romantic man. Most people, I guess, are romantic, you know. So I invented the cheek-to-cheek pillow, okay? And I'll tell you what it is. I like to go to bed cheek-to-cheek with my wife or people with their girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever makes it good. And this is how it works. I'm getting tired of this, too. Here it is. So Angelina, you mind, Tony? Angelina and I, we make a pin over here and we go cheek to cheek. Very romantic, very nice. Other people do cheek to cheek, but I'm not. That's not my kind of show. It's that thing. Okay.
That's an amazing.
Yeah, I gotta move on.
Oh, it's an amazing invention.
Boy, this is hard work. Anyway, here we go. I think personally that everybody loves to sing. Especially Italians. We love to sing. Now, I'm not a good singer, you know, I like it, you know, but it's not good. But to tell you something, when I go into the shower, Mom, I sound like Mario Lanza. So I invented the shower microphone. You take your soap, you do your thing, you do your business, blah, 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 and in the meantime, here's the handle, and it sounds better, I don't know why, when you start singing, and it's just fantastic. But I like this.
I believe it.
I do.
I believe it. What's the other thing you're inventing?
Oh, and this one, you're going to love this one. We're going to put the peanut butter, mix it with Cialis, and then put it on your head and it makes your hair grow.
Really? How's that working for you, Frank?
I got 4 pieces, came last week, right here, those two.
I see them, yeah. Well,
But
that's
it takes time. Everything just takes time.
You're right. Well, Frank, thank you for coming on the show tonight. Folks, we'll be right back after this short break. Stick around.
Thank you. Thank you.
We know him as the man who saved numerous relationships. You know him as just another Italian immigrant. Let's have a big hand for our godfather, Tony DiGiolando.
Yes, Larry, I do have all the answers, but I don't share my wisdom with just anybody. I share my wisdom with people that I love. And the people that watch this show, I love them all.
Well, let's get started then, Godfather. Jimmy Marinera from Skokie writes, Godfather, what's the difference between a wife and a mistress?
Some people might say night and day, but I say Friday nights for the mistress, Saturday nights for the wife. You take the wife out, you buy her a beautiful dinner, you take her home, you make love. Then Sunday morning you roll over, you tap her on the shoulder and say, hey, take the kids to mass.
Sarah Panchetta asks, I've been going steady with this man for more than a year. We see each other every night. He says he loves me. I know I love him. Do you think he's going out with me just for what he can get?
I don't know, Sarah. What's he getting?
Here's a letter from Gina Laforte. Our son married a girl when he was in the service. They were married in February, and she had a 9-pound baby boy in August. She said the baby was premature. Can a 9-pound baby be premature?
Let's put it this way. The baby was early, but the wedding was just in time.
Conchita Scolapasta writes, are birth controls deductible?
Only if they don't work. If they don't work, you're going to get deductions for the next 25 years.
Maria Pantalone asks, I know boys will be boys, but my boy's 73 years old and he's still chasing women.
Listen, I got an old dog likes to chase cars. If he caught one, he wouldn't know what to do with it. Gabish?
And Godfather, I have a question. I loaned some money to a friend. I'm having trouble collecting it. What should I do?
Tie him to your car and see how fast he can run.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a hand for the Godfather, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, Frank, it's Tony Pomponio. Hey, listen, I'm heading over to Enzo's. I talked to Chef Vito today, and he told me, come on down. He's got some great food, and they got a bocce court, and you know what? I think we're going to have a good time if you get over here.
Once again, this is Mama Gemma's recipe for the meatball and for the sausage. Also made in-house. Everybody's going to try some. Very, very good. And add a little bit more marinara in the pan. Everything is all hot. We have these as appetizers on our menu. We got a sausage dish and a meatball dish. But for today, for Wise Guy, we're gonna give a little combo. Come over here, we garnish it, a little parsley. Parsley is a great Italian garnish, I love it. And of course some Reggiano Parmigiano. There we go, Italian sausage and meatballs. Once again, frutto di mare. And then we go chicken sotto in bocca with mashed potato and garlic spinach.
Oh, God,
You guys enjoy.
Vito.
Buon appetito to both of you.
Questa è una bellezza. It's a beautiful thing.
Molto grazie, molto grazie.
You know what my grandpa used to say? He used to say, if I eat this, I won't tell anybody.
Well, you gotta tell everybody.
But you gotta
tell everybody.
We'll let everybody know. Don't worry, Vito.
Buon appetito, gentlemen.
Hey.
Enjoy.
All right, let's
done,
start
man.
out with this.
Okay.
Here.
So, Frank, let's do this. Let's move them out,
Yeah.
and we'll put a plate here, and we'll each try.
Mongolese. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Oh,
Give me your plate.
oh. My mouth is watering. I can't wait to
Hold
try
on,
it.
hold on. Calamari. Fettuccine. Okay, good. Let's start with that.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Well, you know what? I'm not going to wait for you. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
Okay. This looks great.
Oh, Oh man, I'm telling you, the pasta, Frank, is cooked perfect, al dente, beautiful. What do you think?
It's okay.
I'm in.
Okay, let's try the seafood.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Warm. Perfect. Yes.
We're gonna have to come here more often.
Well,
In fact,
bring my wife Addie here.
you know what we gotta do? We gotta get the word out to the public to come out here.
We're gonna do
Because it's
it.
a fantastic restaurant, Frank.
You're
Enzo's.
right. You're right.
Ciao from our home in Acicatena. On this episode of You, Me, and Sicily, we're going to go to the West Coast, to Menfi, to meet Marilena Barbera and the Cantina Barbera. And I have to tell you, folks, this woman knows more about wine from the beginning, from the farm to the production, than anyone I've ever met, Alfred.
It was interesting for us because last year we examined the vineyard on the East Coast in Etna, and now to see this one over here was, to me, was great.
While Sicilian wines were produced in mass quantities, not much attention was given to quality, so its reputation was one of roughness instead of elegance like in other parts of Italy. Now a new generation of wine producers is showing the world Sicilian wines can compete on a global stage. Marilena Barbera is a farmer, an artist, a scientist, entrepreneur, and part of a rising new generation of Sicilian vintners.
This is art, but it's also science.
Marilena and her mother oversee the Cantina Barbera in Menfi, located in the province of Trapani on the southwest coast of Sicily. The region is known worldwide for its grapes and olives, thanks to a simple formula of fertile soil, salty sea breeze, and plenty of Sicilian sun. The vineyard was a wedding gift to Marilena's grandparents in the 1920s.
It was normal in ancient times to give land to their children when they were about to start their own family. It was an opportunity of building a new family, so of living on land. That was exactly what happened in Sicily about 100 years ago.
Her grandparents planted not only vines, but also olive trees, artichokes, and other sustainable foods. In the mid-50s, the property was gifted to Marilena's father, who initially sold the grape harvest to others. But in the 90s, he decided to try winemaking himself for his family and friends.
Slowly, in 3-4 years, this became a real thing because people liked the wine, so they started to ask for more bottles. And that was when I jumped into the company as well.
Wow.
So we started as a game, as a family thing, just a very small thing. And we started growing every year a little bit more until now. That is the third generation farmers and grape growers.
Today, Marilena is carrying out her father's dream by having her hands in every aspect of the production, from growing grapes and following each vine closely, to the organic harvest.
You have to taste and to check and to see every part of the grape to actually decide when it's time to pick it and when it's time to harvest.
To the fermentation, labeling, and finally, the bottling and sales.
This is French oak, and it's a small, what they call barrique. All containers will influence the wine evolution and will express the wine from a different potential to another level. We will use those barrels for, let's say, about 6 months only, and then the wine that was kept in the barrels, the small ones, will go into the big ones for further refining. And that refining period would last about 2 or 3 years to let the wine totally express its aromatic potential.
While we were there, a local farmer brought in his grapes for Marilena to test various characteristics, including sugar levels.
This is a passito grape, as you see. This is very soft, and it's about to dry. It means that the sugar content is higher than in normal ripe grapes. To determine not just the taste, but also how the skin will react to pressing, how the juice will stick onto your finger.
What's your favorite part about winemaking?
Tasting. Tasting a wine from when it is grape to when it will become wine, it is an incredible experience because you will witness all the phases of transformation and you will understand how a fruit, which actually a grapevine is fruit, can be transformed into something totally different.
We soon learned that wines have personalities. Some are male or female, and each one changes depending on several variables throughout the entire process.
How do you know the personality of a wine?
By tasting, by following the grapes since when they are wine grapes to when they will become wine.
A Sicilian woman of the earth that has cultivated really some beautiful babies.
Well, you know, the whole premise of our programming and our documentary is to illustrate points of light.
Right here.
A point of light, a real succinct point of light. And we find them, don't we? We find them all over the island.
It's endless. It's really endless.
And we're so proud, and thank you very much for inviting us to the cantina today.
Ching ching.
Okay.
Here's to wine and grapes.
In vino veritas.
And here's to Sicily.
And here's to Sicily, yes.
Salute from Menfi. Ciao.
In a moment, in the wink of an eye, in a moment, as the world passes by, you can see a smile as it breaks, and the magic that it makes. In a moment, just a casual glance changes slowly to the maddest romance, a new life, a new attitude. In a moment's interlude, in a matter of no time at all, you can win with your back to the wall. With a card to the river, your aces, home run on the bases. In a moment, though you're desperate and down, in a moment, it can all turn around. It's a fact I've known to be true from the moment I saw you.